most people with the takeaways, after watching the video and everything, is just the sheer size of the guys on the offensive line and the defensive line. The defensive line really jumps out at you, and there's some specimens out there now, and it's top to bottom. And a lot of other guys were looking real good too. I thought Adrian Martinez was throwing the ball. He looked great, looked in great shape. Those were some major takeaways. And there was a bunch of NFL scouts there last Wednesday, and they had all their eyes on the tight end group there, watching, Austin Allen and DJ Vokalek, or Travis Vokalek, I'm sorry. That's his dad, DJ, who I played against in high school. So those were some of the takeaways besides just everybody looking like in good shape and not a lot of injuries to talk about. Freshman Randolph Tobias was a little bit banged up. He's got a sore shoulder, so he wasn't taking part in practice, but that was about it. Marquis Stepp looks back in good form. So, those were, the quick takeaways just from things that kind of just jumped out at you.
Yeah, so I heard this out of Adrian Martinez this week. It wasn't necessarily that he went on and on and on, but it was pretty obvious from the reaction to a question concerning the tight ends is that he is extremely impressed with the size, the athleticism, the ability of this tight end group.
Yeah, and that's something that offensive coordinator Matt Lubick said that he has never had two tight ends like that. A pair of them like that, going back to his days at Oregon and everything. And, Coach Becton does a great job with those guys. And, they're both are just huge guys and have just great soft hands. And, you really expect to, see that tight end group, really excel this year. And it's an eye-popping group. I mean, top to bottom, even like, the wide receiver room, the incoming guys that weren't even here for spring, these guys already looked the part too. So that's the crazy thing with so much depth on this team right now. And that's the major thing that we've been hearing, especially today. We talked with the defensive staff today, and depth was pretty much most of the conversations. So, it's pretty impressive to see.
The other comment I heard about that seems to be pretty outstanding is I think it was one of the main defensive players. It might have been JoJo Doman was asked about the wide receiver core and who the best wide receiver was, and he did not hesitate. He was very emphatic. Samori Toure was just blew him away, just how good he is.
Yeah, he's already an NFL player. He came in here already groomed for the NFL, and you can just tell, the maturity of him, and he does everything like a pro right now. And, he takes his time to teach the younger guys, and he's just an all-around great guy to have on your team. And, when you have him, you throw him out there with Omar Manning. If Omar Manning can stay healthy and do the things he's been doing, I mean, you got a pair of wideouts right there that are going to be really, really tough to stop. So, that group just looks amazing. And, you forget about, a second-year freshman. I know it's kind of funny to say, a second-year true freshman. Xavier Betts has had a great, great fall camp. And, Coach Frost, had a lot of nice things to say about him as well as Coach Lubick. So, look out for Xavier Betts to have a breakout season too. So I love that room that's loaded. And, we're not even mentioning like an Oliver Martin in there who's going to get a lot of catches in this offense too. And you can go up and down. It's going to be hard for them to, to get a top six because there's just like most of these rooms, there's 10 guys deep at almost all of these positions. It's just crazy this year.
And Greg, with the Omar Manning situation, do we know for sure? I know that he was banged up, but at one point I remember it seemed as though based on our conversations and what we saw on the field that and saw him on the sidelines that he looked like he was okay and physically ready to play, but just didn't get the reps.
Yeah, he was fighting some injuries and had some off the field issues as well, and just never got around to being able to contribute last year. But he's looking great out there this year, and hasn't missed a practice, spring or fall. So you know everything looks a go with him right now, and sky's the limit with this guy.